What's going on, everybody? And thanks for tuning back in to another episode of Florida Prison Talk. I'm your host, Easy Win. I appreciate all the subscribers. I appreciate all the good feedback I'm getting on this Rikers Island series. Really appreciate that, man. I appreciate the comments and all the engaging. Right now, we coming back at you in the New York State Department of Corrections via Rikers Island and other New York State prisons. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
For the people that don't know, everybody know me as Chulo. And as far as my organization, everybody know me as Chulo, and I'm representing the Trinitarios.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so when did you join the Trinitarios?
I joined the Trinitarios, I say like around 2008, 2009, adolescence.
Okay. That was when you was in jail?
Yeah, Rikers Island. You know, being young, going back and forth, for the little petty little things, that we do, when we engage into the street life and all that, all them things in that nature.
Okay, well, speaking of Rikers Island, that's a good segue. Let's speak about Rikers Island, man. Let's speak about your first time going to Rikers Island when you was on that bus crossing the bridge. Was you nervous? Was you scared?
Of course, that first time, like actually my first time going to Rikers Island, you got to remember, I wasn't anything when I first went to Rikers Island. Like I wasn't in no organization, but I knew all type of organizations. I knew Latin Kings, I knew Bloods, I knew Crips, I knew Trinitarios, I'm from Brooklyn. So, I'm in Brooklyn and Queens. So that's like gang infested.
That's a fact.
New York City is gang infested. So it's like, when I went to Rikers Island my first time, I wasn't affiliated with nothing. So when I first went to Rikers Island, of course, anybody, they'll be lying to you if they tell you they wasn't scared. You're stepping in something that you really don't know nothing about. You're not in an organization, you're in nothing. So now you have to adapt to these things. So me being who I am and where I come from and the people I knew, me being young, I'm always gonna go with my heritage. My I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. So, it's like at the time, when in Rikers Island, being young and stuff, you see what's going on. You see what's going on around you. You're there. So it was a lot of like me before being Trinitario, I seen what was going on. Like at the time that I was there, like now is watered down. Now they making it convenient where you're comfortable. Now you have tablets. Now you have free phone calls. Now you have separation. Like before, it wasn't no separation. Your nuts gotta hang. You gotta let that shit hang. You're going in a cell with Latin Kings, Crips, Bloods, and you're going in there. You gotta represent. You gotta let them know what you are. You can't hide from that. You understand? So when me being who I was, I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican. I don't color bang. I don't do none of that shit. Like I respect. The respect is a respect thing. I respect people that respect me, and that's rule. That's a big rule in jail. Respect. That's major. You can't live in jail without respect. So me being in Rikers Island, and I was always around people I grew up with. People in Brooklyn, people in Queens. My Dominican people. So it was like at that time. Like I told you, I know Bloods, I know Chris, I know a whole bunch of people. So when I'm in a dorm with somebody, there's a lot of people. You feel me? You got Bloods living. Crips don't really live like that. You feel me? Because they either PC or either the ones that's gonna let their shit hang and go out with a bang. You feel me? But
so Crips. That's what. Real quick. I'm sorry. So Crips, I keep hearing they can't just be in the dorm and just chilling. They don't last in the dorm. Like, I don't understand.
Man, that don't even got nothing to do with like the three. That got to do with them in the Bloods. Like that's mandatory. Like they can't. No, there's no such thing of that. There's no such thing, you know.
Damn.
But certain spots is different. Certain spots is different. You have people that, you feel me, that they get respected. You know, it's a respect thing, like I told you. You feel me? So it
Yeah.
was like when I was there, I seen what was going on. A lot of oppression. You feel me? A lot of it. You feel me? And like at that time when I was in Rikers with the phone and all that, like it wasn't now how they got it now. Like the phone, remember back days in the phone when you grab the phone and it got the wire, got the wire where you could just take the phone off the wire and put it in your pocket.
Mm.
Like those is those times. Like, and then you got to think about it. Look at how this shit is set up. You have, I say about one, two, three, four phones in a house, right? So now you're in a house with, let's say, 10 bloods, fucking 5 Trinitarios, 2, 3 Latin kings, and everybody else is neutral. So now it's 4 phones, remember? So now think about it. So now you're in a house, right? And you have 4 phones. So now you got to think about it. The neutral people that's not banging, the people that's not about nothing, you know, they got to reach out to their family. They got to talk to their family too. I'm not the type of person that be like, oh, that's my. No, you have every right to talk to your family. So we make that way for them. So, you know, one is for the neutral people. One of them is ours. That's mandatory. Everywhere we go in the state, Rikers Island, that's mandatory. That's set
Okay.
in stone. That's set in stone. Everywhere we go, that's mandatory. All right.
Okay.
So it's the Bloods got it too. But majority of the time, out of the four phones, they have 2. We have 1, and the neutrals have 1.
Okay. Okay. And
You understand?
yeah.
So like it's like, you know, then you go to spots where like you gotta understand, like I'm gonna bring it back to where I was saying about the whole turning into Trinitarian. You feel me? Like when I was in a dorm, one time I was in a dorm, and like I told you, I was always with people that I knew, whether you blood, whatever you was, if you was a man, because I fuck Trebo and fuck everything else, the gang shit. I'm talking about men. I'm gonna respect you as a man before anything. So if you could give me that respect as a man before anything, you're gonna have that. I'm gonna salute you everywhere you go. I don't give a you could be blood and you're gonna be in my house. You're able to live in my house, type shit. And it's stuff like that goes on. And that's what people fail to realize. Like, and but fuck all that. Moral of the story is that how can I put it to you? Like, if it's about to be a war, right? Before I even turned 3, this is how real it is. It was about to be a war. I was in a 3 building. And it was forming. You could see the tension, you could see what's going on. So, you know, I know everybody. So now I'm like, damn, I'm left to like, what side do I choose? You feel me? But like I told you, I'm going with my heritage, my people. You feel me? My people's being oppressed. You feel me? So I'm going for what's right. You feel me? That's not right. You feel me? That we go to a house and before all this shit, like the real reason why all this shit really came to existence because of what was going on. You feel me? Like people can't use their phone to speak to their family, or they get their commissary taken from them, or they pin number, because before it was pin numbers. You feel me? People take their pins and a whole bunch of shit. You feel me? So it's like I'm going with my people. I'm going with Padre. I'm going with Trinitarios. You feel me? Because this is what I stand for. You feel me? And anywhere you go in the prison system, you don't even gotta be Trinitario or Padre. You don't gotta be that. You don't even gotta be that. And you could come to a house and you don't even gotta be gang banging. But if you're a man, if you conduct yourself like a man, we're gonna make sure you have soap. We're gonna make sure you have a care package, basically. You have a time on the phone and everything. You know, that's how we do things. You feel me? And like I told you, at that time I went with my people and I went out. We went out.
Gotcha.
And ever since that is history. Ever since that is history. Ever since that, I you know.
And speaking on the phones at Rikers Island, with all that being said, have you ever got into an incident over the phones that you can speak about?
Many times. Of course, I just look. 2011, I got locked up for attempted robbery in the 2nd degree. And I did 2 years. They gave me 2 years and 2 years post supervision. So I went upstate. I started in Greene.
Okay.
I was 19 years old when I went to Greene. And like I told you, like when I went there, like my first time being in Greene, like it was crazy. Like I was gladiator school. Like you never heard about Greene back in days, cutting razor tags and all that. Yeah, that's the jail I went to. First time going to prison upstate. That was my first jail. And at that time, 2011, 2012, it was pretty still lit. It was pretty still, you know, gladiator school. You know, it wasn't how it is now, control movement and all that. You feel me? So now it's like me getting in for my first time. I was already established. I was already Trinitarios. So it's like, that's it. Like once you go through and people see that you official, because that's the thing. Like when you go to jail and you're gang banging, like you have 24/7, you have 24/7, you have 24 hours to basically show your paperwork of your case. You got to show it. So now if your paperwork come back, you're no good, you're no good. If your paperwork come back that you're good, then you're good. You understand where I'm coming from now? So it's like, you know, you got to go through that process and all that. So, you know, once you go through that process, you good. You're doing your bit. However you're going to do your bit. So for me, I was, you know, young, gang banging, you know, being in there, you know, and yes, for the phones, yes, a lot of riots happen because of the phone. The tablets, now the reason they have tablets is because of the phone. It's because of all the riots that happen. Because all the riots that happen in Rikers Island or upstate correctional facility was either riots or petty shit. Shit that you be like, nah, nigga lost his life for that. Like something that could have been prevented. But then it's like there's no preventing it because it's like it gets crazy. You feel me? But over the phone, yes, if it's a lot of things happen over the phone. Like in Greene, when I was there in Greene, and a lot of people know this that have been incarcerated. 2012. It was a riot in Greene. We had a riot with the eights. We had a riot in 2012. That shit was big.
Who's that?
Eights.
The eighth. What?
That's one of the blood sets.
Okay, got you.
The eights. So, you know, 2012, we had a riot in Greene with them, you know, and it was a lot of us. It was a lot of them, and not just eights. It was a lot of jets, a lot of Macs, a lot of Hounds, a lot of Blazers, a lot of hoodies. Like it was a lot of young cats, you know, and a lot of dudes that was doing time that, you know, them dudes too. A lot of them dudes that was doing years that's probably still there. You feel me? But like, yeah, we had a riot and shit, and like I told you, it was a lot of us. So you had the north side, and then you had the south side in Greene, because Greene is pretty big. So at that time, a lot things was a lot different. It was like more discipline, more structure. You feel me? Like, so make long story short, riot happened. Chain effect. It wasn't no, oh, this, play this. It was none of that. It was a chain effect. One dorm after another 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 dorm. Like a chain reaction. Like the whole jail shut down. Like you had to, Kaksaki had to come and they COs had to come with the black, you know, they had to come in and give them a hand because it was too much. No school, no child, no nothing. You can't do nothing. They gotta take care. And then you got people that's getting hit with locks and socks. You got people that's getting hit with stoves. I mean, with not stoves, because Greene don't got stoves. You got people getting hit with fucking microwaves. You got people getting cut. You got people getting stabbed. You feel me? So it's like, it's crazy. So at that time we had the riot. So a lot of people left on the one side of Greene, because that's how it is. They got the two side and then they got the one side on the north side and the south side. So on the north side, when the riot happened, a lot of people on the one side, if I'm not mistaken, because I was in, oh no, I was in L1. Yeah, I was in L1. So the two side, a lot of tribus from the two side left in that riot. They left on that first bus, all of them. Even the apes, all of them left. Boom. It was crazy. So now you have more people still holding their ground. Like, you feel me? What the fuck just happened? Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
And everything's locked down. So people in their dorms, you have tribus and other dorms, bloods and other dorms, they like, what the fuck? So now we figuring out what's going on. So now, a lot of times to go to the yard, it'd be mandatory to go to the yard. So that's where you find out everything. So a lot of time, you know, they like, yo, go to the yard. Everybody go to the yard to find out what happened. So when we go to the yard, mind you, and then at that time we had somebody that was running the spot good. So he ran it, because a lot of people just think about, oh, why did everybody just ain't leave Greene? Why all the Trinitarios ain't leave Greene? No, stupid. What you mean why all the Trinitarios ain't leave Greene? No, you had to leave some soldiers behind. You had to. You gotta play chess with this shit. You feel me? All right, so let's say if we did go, we all did leave the jail, right? And we all in the box. So that means every Trinitario that come to this jail has to get cut. Because there's nobody here. There's nobody here. You don't got no brothers here. So you know what we did as brothers, as men, as Trinitarios? That's it. That wave left. If they want to still go to war, let's go to the yard. Everybody strapped up. Everybody got their shit. We went to the yard. What's up? Like, my brothers bled for this shit. Y'all brothers bled for this shit. Like, we here. Like, what's this gonna come down to? Like, when this shit is gonna stop? Like, and we dealt with it like men. Everything was done. Everything was done. That's it. You feel me? And I was one of the ones that had to really sit back and realize, like, I was the one that I witnessed it. Yeah, I could have left too if I wanted. But my bro that was running the spot called the shots. So like I told you, we went out there. What's up? Like, we could keep doing this. We could all leave. We could all fuck up our time. You feel me? We could all keep doing life with this bitch. Fuck it. Why not? Feel me? If this is what we gotta prove, we're gonna keep killing each other, nigga. You feel me? And some OGs that been in this shit for years, they respect that. You feel me? Because they don't want to see their brothers die. They don't want to see they, for what? We not winning. You feel me? At all. They want to see their brothers go home. You feel me?
Right.
Them OGs want to see their brothers go home. You feel me? So everything was squashed. You know, everybody got back to what they was doing their time. Boom. So during that, you know, me going through that, that was one of the riots in 2012 that happened. That was big. So I left Greene. I did pretty good in Greene. I did like probably like a year in Greene. I was 19 years old. So I had to do 2 years. So another thing, at that time we had hoodies. You feel me? We can't have hoodies no more. We had hoodies at that time. So this time, I remember I went to the rec one time. We had a thing at night. We went to rec at night in Greene. And I had a lime green hoodie. I'll never forget this. I had a lime green hoodie. And we all go to the yard. Everybody's going hyped to go to the yard because, you know, the yard, you know, you can smoke, you can chill with your niggas. You feel me? Roll up an L, whatever. You feel me? Whatever niggas do. You feel me?
Right.
And, you know, in Greene, in population, when you go to the yard is big. So the yard have a part where you see the guys that's in isolation in the box.
Okay.
Like literally, like you see them in their cages. Like when they come out for recreation, like they could scream, they could do all type of shit. At that time, when I was there, they don't do that no more. They locked in. So at that time, a lot of my bros that was doing a lot of time in the box in isolation used to, you know, show they love, express their
Right.
pain. You feel me? Because a lot of my bros is doing time, years in the box. 2, 3 years, 4 years, 6 years. You feel me? So they express themselves. When they get out that shit in that cell for fucking so many hours, they want to express that shit. So, you know, they used to express, and I'm young. You feel me? So I'm looking up to my OGs. You feel me? My old tribus. You feel me? So when I used to speak to them and shit, all they used to really want was for us to show love. You feel me? And show love meaning smuggling, like smuggling. You feel me? Like throwing it. Cause look, and when we was in Greene in the yard, how we used to get the motherfucking the tobacco and the soap and the matches they needed. You feel me? We used to put in a sock, boom, put everything and just throw it over the cage. You feel me? Like over the fence. You feel me? So I happened to do it. You feel me? I happened to throw it over the fence. I got one over. The second one, it didn't get over. They spotted me on the tower. And I had a lime green sweater. So how I knew they spotted me is because I hear it on his walkie-talkie. So the first thing I did, I try to like spin off. I try to keep it pushing. So I go by the handball court. So when I go by the handball court, the other COs come. Boom. So I toss the sock on the grass. So they come, they grab me on the handball court, they slam my whole face in the handball court, my whole head into the handball court. No sympathy at all. Like just the fuck. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is you doing? You want to fucking smuggle contraband? Whipping my ass. So I'm like, motherfucker, like the shit is there already. Like, I don't gotta tell you what's there. Like, you feel me? You already fucking me up. Like, so he opens it, he sees it. Tobacco, soap, matches, and shit like that. So make long story short, moral of the story is whip my ass. A major beating. You heard?
Damn.
Major beating. In front of everybody. Like the whole yard had to stop. Like nobody could come into the yard, everything. Like they took me to the handball court, slammed my whole face. I mean, I had butterfly stitches and all that. You feel me? But I was young. Like they slammed my whole head into the handball court. Grab me by my arms. You know what's that? Being behind your arms like this with your arms up on top of your head.
Damn.
Like pushing you, like trying to break, like knock your shit out your socket, like take it out your socket. Shit. You feel me? And I'm just there crying, just, you feel me? Taking the ass whipping.
So when that happens,
look,
other inmates, usually when that happens, other inmates, they're not supposed,
they can't do nothing. Everything stops. Everything stops. Okay. Everything stops. All the movement stops. No, they can't do nothing. So I'm there. I'm getting dragged now to the van. I get dragged in the van. I get another ass whipping in the van by 3, 4 COs. Bing, bang, bing, bing, bing. take me to the it's like not the infirmary. It's like where you got to see the captain and shit like that.
Okay.
Like the intake. So they bring me like to intake, boom, and still whipping my ass. Like I woke up the next day. Like literally, I woke up the next day. I think I caught an asthma attack and everything. Like I woke up the next day, you feel me? And I was in the infirmary. You feel me? And then I had to go to the box. And then I left Greene. That was the year. You feel me? But that's the experience I had to go through. Like this is the things that go through. This is the things that happen in the corrections. Cause it be the same COs. Look, a whole ass whooping. That was all uncalled for. All you had to do was take me into the van, take me to the box, and that's it. You're punished. Take your disciplinary ticket. Go do how many days you got to do in isolation, and that's it. But you ain't had to beat me like damn they on fucking conscious and then send me to the box.
That's crazy, man.
So that's a year. I blew that spot. Then from there, I did like probably like 6 months isolation. 6 months, the whole 6 months in isolation. Then I ended up in Cayuga.
Okay.
In my other year, my probably not even a year, half a year in Cayuga. And I came home 2013, a day before Thanksgiving. And then, I ended up catching my other bid, 2015. You feel me? Gun possession. For me, I ended up doing 4 years, the whole 4 years. And then during me being like, you had to adapt being in prison. So, I adapted and I ended up catching more time.
How?
I told you had to adapt when you're in jail, like adapting, like I had to find a way to get it. So I was smuggling. I was smuggling it into the facility. You feel me? And I caught what? Promoting prison contraband 1.5 to 3.
Listen, okay. Can you let the viewers know how did you get caught? Where it happened at?
Where it happened? Well, I didn't actually get caught. Like what happened was, like I got caught, but I didn't get caught like actually on the dance, like on the visit floor, on the dance floor. This is what happened to me. Me bidding throughout Rikers Island and upstate, like that's a hustle. That's one hell of a hustle. Whether it's a CO bringing it to you or whether it's you getting it yourself, that's one hell of a hustle. Like if that's one thing when you're in Rikers Island and you have drugs or any type of like tobacco or anything, you run shit. Like you run shit. So that's everybody want it. Everybody want to do that because everybody want to run shit. You feel me? So it's like, how can I tell you? I'm trying to see how can I put it because you said what the fans wanted, what the viewers wanted.
Like you got with the contraband. Like, how did that happen? Where was you at?
So like I was saying, how it happened was, I was already doing it. I was already getting money in it. You feel me? That's what we do. That's what Dominicans do. We get money. You could put us anywhere on this earth. We could turn lint, like literally lint out our pocket into a dollar bill. Like, you feel me? So being in there isolated and being in there with so much time to actually think about and master things, that's what we mastered in there. We mastered getting that shit. You feel me? So me, I was already doing it. So, I always used to look good, commissary, package. We ain't need for nothing. Me and my tribus ain't need for nothing. We was in control. Every time me and all my tribus that been around the States and Rikers Island that been around me, that know me, that they know, we set in stone that everywhere we was at, we was good. It wasn't no riots. Why? Because we had it under control. You feel me? We knew how to speak like men. You feel me? And diffuse the situation if it was petty. You feel me?
Right.
But if it
Right.
was something that we had to stand for, that we go against, we out of here. We ain't thinking twice. You feel me? So a lot of jealousy, a lot of envy, it comes with it. When you get money, that's what comes with it. So when you're in there and your people's just eating and people, you feel me? People showing you the love, and even by Bloods and Latin Kings and Crips and all that, like niggas is showing us love. You feel me? And a lot of people don't like that. You feel me? So how can I put it to you? So I'm gonna give it to you like this, like with the I'm trying to catch it real quick. Don't mind me, you're but how they got me,
Yeah.
was I was smart too. I'm not dumb. I was very discreet. You feel me? But so much you could be discreet because you're in a dorm with 60 motherfuckers. You feel me? You got 10 tribus with you. You got 15 Bloods. You got not 8, 9 kings. You feel me? You got rat hunters, whatever it is, neutrals, whatever. But you gotta deal mooks, faggots, rapos. This is what you deal with every day. So it's 60 of y'all. So this is what you gotta wake up to every day. You feel me? You have people that have family support and you have people that don't have family support. So you have people that's doing good and you have people that's doing bad. So the people that is doing good, the people that's doing bad don't want to see that. So
Right.
to make long story short, I was getting to the bag. I was getting money, and people ain't like that because we was taking over. We was running shit. So what they did was how I got caught. This is how I got caught. Look, this is the shit they found on me, right? Right, and this is the paperwork of the informant of the house that I was in that dropped the slip on me, because that's what we call it, is a slip. They
Damn.
write a letter at night or whatever time it is or whatever day they think about it, and they write it on a piece of paper and they somehow, some way drop it on the CO's desk.
Okay.
And the CO informs his higher ups. I don't know this though. So now I'm going to the visit, I'm finessing them. I'm going, damn, nigga, I'm bringing that shit back. You feel me?
Right.
So make long story short, I'm thinking I'm good. You feel me? I finessed them though. I did what I had to do. So now while I'm walking out the visit, Sergeant grabbed me. Hey, you, Shan's behind your back. Yeah, we have some informants saying you're bringing drugs into our facility. What? I don't know what you talking about, sir. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about? We taking you to the shit room. All right, take me to the shit room. You feel me? But I ain't really know about no shit room. That's my first time being in a shit room, being upstate. You feel me? So I'm like, all right, come on. You feel me? I got this. You feel I got this shit under control. So I go, boom. They put me in isolation in the shit room. So in this shit room, it's like literally like a fucking little ass room with a toilet and a sink and the size of a twin size mattress in a cell. You're in a cell. You feel me? The toilet don't flush. There's no water. There's no the water for the sink. None of that.
Mm.
And they give you like some green fucking jumper shit that you put on. You feel me? And you got to be in this room and you have to give them shit. You have to give them 3 accurate shits. 3 accurate shits. So that means you have to shit 3 times. So now you have to ask this officer for tissue. You had to ask this officer for motherfucking. Basically, you gotta let him know when you have to poop, when you gotta take a shit. So
Right. Right.
officer comes and he gotta check your shit. So now I'm in a cell. I'm gonna just give it to you raw. You feel me? I'm in a cell. So now I'm being watched by a CO, because that's what happens around isolation. The CO's in front of your cell all day, just watching you all day, just trying to see any sneaky movement, if you swallow anything, feel me? And I'm just there, I'm finessing them, I'm there, but I got this shit up, you feel me? I got it up. And when I mean up, I'm talking about like I got it cheap in my ass, you feel me? Like I'm in the shit room, you feel me? So I'm there, I'm laying down, and I'm trying to push it out. While I'm laying down, trying to push it out. So I pushed this shit out, boom. And you know, I find my way to get it back in, you feel me? And shit, give him a clear shit. You feel me? I give him his shit, boom. He took it, he checked it, nothing, boom. I finessed it back in. You feel me? Nothing. I'm cool. Now I'm in the bed, I'm laying down, boom. But me being young and dumb and not experienced and not knowing too much about jail, you feel me? I had to go through this. So I takes the shit out, I takes the loony out, is a glove, you feel me, with whatever, K2, Suboxone, marijuana, scalpels, whatever, you feel me? I had the balloon, so now I remember I took it out of me. So now I placed it under my pillow, I placed it under my mattress, and I just lay there. So I'm just laying there, boom, until I could find a way to get it back in, you feel me?
Right.
Make long story short, during the process, the CO come knock on my door. Yeah, Mr. Such and such, come to the door. All right, boom, I go to the door. Mind you, it's under the mattress. Feel me? So I go, boom. He's like, yeah, you can put your hands behind your back. We're doing a cell search. So I'm like, fuck. I got caught right there. So I'm like, fuck. So now in my head, the devil's telling me, yo, fuck that, nigga. Go grab that shit and put that shit up your ass, nigga, and fuck it. You feel me? Like, don't let them grab that shit. And then you had the angel over here telling me, like, yo, that's it. Like, take the sacrifice. That's it. Like, what you gonna do? You're gonna go over there, put it up your ass. They're gonna see you put it up your ass. You're gonna get an ass whipping. You might even fuck around and die if you fight back with these niggas, because that's how they is. You feel me? So then, you know, that's it. They came in a cell, boom, and they found it. I mean, that's how they found it. They ain't find it because I was slacking or because I ain't know what I was doing. No, they found it. Somebody dropped a slip on me. You feel me?
And how much time you got for that?
They gave me 1.5 to 3 for that.
Wow. So while you was
anything upstate pertaining K2 and like Suboxone and scalpels now, like they giving out new ones. They giving out new charges. Before they wasn't doing that, like 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, they wasn't doing that. Now they started doing that with if they catch you with a weapon or with some drugs or K2, that you could get a new charge.
Right. Okay. So listen, on that second bid, did you make it back around the Greene on the second bid, or you skipped Greene?
Second bid, hell yeah, I made it back to Greene. That's the crazy shit. Look at how I made it back in Greene. I was coming from Bear Hill. I blew Bear Hill 6 months. They called me.
What you mean you blew Bear Hill?
I blew Bear Hill. What I mean by blowing it is like blowing a spot, like going to that spot and either going in there and cutting somebody, going in there, beating somebody up, going in there. Basically, that's basically what it is. So it's like, how can I put it to you? I'm trying to see what was the question you was asking.
I said you blew Bear Hill. I was like, how did you blow Bear Hill?
What did that mean? So I blew Bear Hill. You feel me? I was getting the bag. I was always getting the bag. You feel me? So it's like when I was over there in Bear Hill, I was getting the bag. I was trying to come home too. Like I just came home. Like I was in Bear Hill for 6 months. So that was like the end of my bid already. I already did the 1.5. I already did you feel me? I'm already coming home. I'm almost home. So
gotcha.
Like at that time, you know, I was still doing my little 1s and 2s, but it wasn't nothing major. You feel me? So at that time, I went to the box basically for having K2 and shit like that. You feel me? In my queue. You feel me? So I blew that shit. And I'd say 6 months. I did when I blew Bear Hill. Then, what a coincidence, I go back to the same jail that I was in my first day.
Was that Greene?
Greene Correctional Facility.
Let's talk about Greene.
And at this time in Greene, we just had a riot. We just literally had a riot. Like all my bros, all the blood, everybody just blew that shit. So I don't even know what the fuck is going on in Greene, but I know how this jail shit goes. So I'm ready. You feel me? At all times. You feel me? Let's see what this shit is about. You feel me? Because if anything, I'm gonna just blow this shit the same day. I'm gonna just leave this shit the same day. You feel me? Because ain't no nigga gonna cut me. You feel me? So I ends up going to Greene. So now while we in the bus at Ulster, you know, in draft, preparing everybody that's going to Greene, I see, you know, because you have to be very aware. You have to be on point. You got to see who's around you. You know, you have people that's enemies. You feel me? That is like on site type shit when they see you. So it's like you always got to be aware. So I'm always aware. Me and my people is always aware. You feel me? So it's like when we going through transit and shit like this, I was always watching. So it's like I seen like the energy, too much energy, like a young crowd. So I'm like, all right, they going to Greene. Boom. So I'm seeing, all right, he could be Dominican, he could probably be a tribu, or he could probably be a homie. You feel me? I'm doing my homework. You feel me? I'm analyzing. Boom. So it turns out to be one of them was blood, and the other one was my bro, Young Cat. Boom. So you know he's there. Oh yeah, tribu. Yo, I'm going to Greene. I'm like, oh really? Yeah, you talking to Chulo? You heard? Yeah, we going to Greene. We gonna go see what that shit is about. You heard? So he like, yeah, I'm gonna blow that shit right away. I'm not playing 3-1. I understand that. I respect it all the way. You feel me? But at the same time, you're dealing with a man. You feel me? You're not dealing with a young kid. You feel me? I've been around this shit. I just finished doing. When I ran into the kid, I was already finishing my 6 years. So it's like, boom. Let me drop some jewels real quick to this little young cat. You feel me? Like all that crazy tension and all that football and all this hot shit. We don't do that. You heard? Like, yeah, we're gonna go to Greene. You feel me? And if shit ain't right over there, we're gonna blow it. You feel me? But I want to see if things is right. I want to see if my brothers is living there. You feel me? Because if my brothers is living in Greene Correctional Facility, I'm staying there with my brothers. You feel me? So I had to explain that to him. You feel me? So he's like, all right, yeah, we're gonna go there. We're gonna see what it's about. You feel me? So now is another one of my boys that he was like this. You feel me? Puerto Rican cat. I never forget about him. You feel me? That he was riding with me too. You feel me? Meaning that he was leaving with me. If things got crazy, you feel me? He was leaving. You feel me? Mandatory. So when we get to the house, all right. So now this house in Greene, this dorm is like it's like a PC dorm. Anybody that go to Greene they got to start off in that dorm.
Gotcha.
And that dorm has cameras. That dorm is where they keep the faggots and the people that get cut. The people that can't live in population. That's where they at. And the people that comes into the jail, the new people that's on draft. Okay. So we go through we see all this funny shit, all this mook shit, and all these people with cuts in their face. Boom. So you know, we there. I'm active. Like I've been around. Like I've been doing this shit. I know what to expect. I'm already adapted. So I'm there. I'm seeing. I'm checking the vibes. Boom, 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 boom. So my bro, you know, he's analyzing what he analyzing. My boy analyzing what he analyzing. And I ran into the Spanish blood cat, little OG. Boom. He was about to go home. And that was the dorm he was in. Boom. So I ran into him. I seen him. You know, yo, where you from? You know, regular shit. Yo, you banging? Yeah, I'm Trinitarios, you heard? I'm Chulo from Brooklyn, East New York. Feel me? I just want to know what's going on in this spot. Like, you feel me? He like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, tribu. Like it's looking nasty for y'all here. Like, you feel me? Like they just cut a couple of y'all bros, like probably like a couple weeks ago. Like, you feel me? Like, just see what it is. We'll see what it's like. See if you got a couple of your bros here, and go. You feel me? So I'm like, I respect that. You heard? Boom. So I went, got my backhoe, put it in a balloon, boof what I had to boof, boom, 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 boom. Took my shower, put my deodorant, and I was ready. You feel me? So I'm like, yo, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Everybody's on the same type of time, right? Nobody's gonna fold. Nobody. We all. This is it right here. You feel me? Like, so we seen. We went to chow. We felt the tension. We see what was going on. Now we gotta go. We gotta go. We blowing this shit. So we found out a way to do it. So we went to medical. We went to medical because we had to go to medical. Every time you go to every time you go to a new facility, you got to go through the process of infirmary, you know, getting checked, your blood pressure and stuff like that. So we did. We sitting, and it was a couple of them with us. It was me, my bro, the tribu, and another one of my peoples. He was Puerto Rican. So it was three of us, and it was like about three of them, but only one left. Only one left with them. There was only one that basically let his shit hang. You feel me? So when we was coming back, like we mastered the whole shit. You feel me? This is how we're gonna do it. This the last cigarette we're gonna take, and you feel me? Like we mastered this whole shit. So now we sitting there, we just waiting to go back. So now the CO, you see, now you had to get escorted. Before, when I was there, my last bit, you ain't had to get escorted. They just give you a pass. They just give you a pass and you go. Handle your business. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now you gotta get escorted with a CO. So now we walking with the CO, but fuck that, nigga. Like in front of CO, all that, nigga, you going, nigga. Like, that shit don't mean nothing. You feel me? That's how it is in it. So he's walking his back, you feel me? And he's not even paying attention. He don't really know what's going on. But right as soon as we went in front of the house, I popped it off. Boom. Put the nigga out. My bro start crunching him. Boom, boom, boom. Niggas start fighting back, start throwing shit. Boom, boom. They mace us. Boom, boom. They drag me through the mud. The CO drag me through the mud, take me into intake, whip my ass. Like literally had me on the floor, like fucking praying he won't kill me. Like literally crying, like, can you, like, what the fuck is all this about? Like, you feel me? Like, and there's nobody there to help me. You feel me? And then he's like, get up. And I get up and I'm trying to get air because, you know, I got asthma. So I'm trying to get air. I'm trying to get all the breath I can. I'm trying to get all the breath and I'm just, and it'll fuck me up. Ping, pong, ping, ping, and I'll be on the floor. Get up. But how the fuck you want me to get up if you're whipping my ass? You feel me? So, oh, you better get up or we're gonna kill you. We're gonna kill you like we killed the because I don't know if you heard about in Greene when the young kid died in Greene.
Nah.
You ever heard about that? In Greene, young cat that died, not probably a couple years ago, but it made it big. A lot of artists and everybody went over there.
Okay.
And they paid for me because what goes on into the system. Like these cats, these COs make things up.
That's right.
Like they could literally kill me. Like right now, they could literally kill me. Like it could be anything, a fight, anything. I could have a fight with somebody, a one-on-one, and they will whip my ass. Like they will literally stomp you, beat the shit. And I'm talking about 10 COs, 15 COs stomping you, whipping you with sticks, all that. You feel me? And they will kill you and they will literally be like, they'll fucking stuff a K2 bomb, a K2 glove in your fucking throat and say you swallow K2 and that's what happened. That's how you died. Or they'll say, yo, he was affiliated in gangs and they stabbed him in his neck or they choked him to death and that's his death. That's his cause of his death.
Damn.
You feel me? Like I see a lot of shit. Like I wasn't in that jail at that moment, but I was in the box. Like I heard about it. You feel me? Like the jail talks. Jails is small. You feel me? You can't hide in jail. You feel me? And especially in the box. You feel me? Because everybody's politicking in the box. That's where all the information comes from. You feel me?
And real quick for this, as we close it. Hey, listen up, viewers. It's gonna be 3 parts to this because I got to do 3 parts of this story. It's going to be 3 parts of this. This is part 1. I'm going to go back real quick about the question you say when you was at Greene, y'all did your thing and you got beat up. After you talked to the Spanish blood OG and he said, see what it's like, you say you went to the chow hall and stuff. So when you was in the chow hall and stuff during that day, was the temperature bad? Was it off with the bloods? Is that why?
When we pulled up to the mess hall, remember you walking with a CO and you walking with a dorm of 45, 50, probably. You feel me? Sometimes be minimum because it'd be a draft. It'd be a, you know, it won't be that much people in the dorm. So let's say it was probably like 35, including us. So we walk in a child. We gotta walk the child, you know, smoke our cigarettes, and we see other people from that's in population. We see other people. We know who's who. We could see. We know what's going on. So we go, and you know you could feel the energy. You could see the temp. You could feel the animosity, the temperature. Like it's like walking into the jungle, and you got all type of animals just trying to see who's that type of animal.
Got you.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah.
And listen, last question before we close part 1. Everybody speaks about oppression and stuff. You know, it seems like depending on who you talk to, they was oppressed. Okay, he's doing an interview. They was oppressed. They was oppressed. My question, man, because I'm going off stuff I seen in the comments or whatever. Why is it that the Dominicans seem to be messed with the most? Why is that? Like throughout the years and stuff, out all the Spanish heritages, why is the Dominicans the ones messed with the most?
I'm gonna explain something to you, and this is just me growing up, because you gotta understand, like I'm Dominican and Puerto Rican, so I have both sides. I was raised by that, so I know how both cultures is, and I know how the Black culture is too, because I was raised from that. I was raised in East New York, Cypress Projects, nothing but Bloods and Crips. So I know how to adapt around my blood niggas and my Crip niggas, and you feel me? Like I know how to adapt around them, because like I told you, it's all a respect thing. You feel me? When you've been around certain dudes, stand up dude, and you respect it, you could come through. You feel me?
Right.
You good here, nigga. You feel me? And nobody could tell you nothing. You feel me? So yeah, it's like I said, like it's different. Is real different now than how it was before.
Okay. Is it more better now than it was before?
Like as far as how they got it set it up, the government, as far as how the government got it set up, they trying to cool it down. Like with the tablets, with the video conference calls with their family and all these things. Why you think they doing that? To stop the violence. It cools it down. I'm not gonna lie, it cools it down, but it's no stopping it. It's a cycle that never stops. It's a cycle that never stops. A cycle that never stops. So now bring it back to what the viewers been talking about. Why is the Dominicans the ones that's always oppressed? Or that's probably how, you know, everybody has their opinion. You feel me? Right. So I feel like why the Dominicans, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Basically, we are most hated because we go against all that shit. And we going at it with full force. Full force. And when I mean full force, you got Trinitarios right now to this day. Like I get phone calls. I get phone calls all the time from people behind the wall, my bros in the mediums. And I have conversations, and that's how I know what's going on in the system too, as far as with my peoples, you feel me? And I'm gonna put it to you like this, like for the viewers, you feel me? Like I told you, when we coming to kill. We coming like the Tribu said, the OG. We coming to hit something. You feel me? So now you tell me why we most hated. And tell me why you think the cycle will never stop.
Damn, man.
If like you got certain spots, certain mediums where things is under control. You feel me? That's like you have soldiers on this side with their guns pointed on this side, and you have they soldiers over here pointed on this side. But everybody's under control. There's no shots fired, nigga. That's a ball.
Like that.
Generals. That's generals. That's bosses. That's leaders. Where you can have your peoples like this, they have their peoples like this, and everybody's under control. You heard?
That's right.
But no, a lot of spots don't have that. They don't have the guidance. They don't have the leadership. And not just with Trinitarios, with a lot of organizations. You feel me? Even on the streets. You feel me? Like, there's no leadership. There's no more discipline. You feel me?
Yep. I feel you.
There's no more morals. There's no more principles.
Okay.
You feel me? So these young cats could do whatever the fuck they want, basically. You feel me? Because none of the OGs want to do nothing. Because they like, yo, my nigga, like these young cats is out of control. You feel me? These motherfuckers don't want to listen. Nah, that's not what y'all was supposed to do. Y'all was supposed to grab these young cats and school them. You feel me? But nah, y'all just let that generation go. Fuck them niggas. Like, let them niggas learn on their own. So now these little, like, we tearing shit up. So it's like, now it's like, damn, like, what we gonna do? You feel me? But a lot of people feel like that because of that. Like I told you, when we come, we playing for keeps. Why? Because it's real shit. It's real shit that started in jail. Like, shit that people don't know about. Like, people was being oppressed, not just Trinitario, Asians, Chinese, Africans, Haitians, fucking white people, all types of people. You feel me? You don't gotta be Trinitario to be oppressed. You feel me? Because I could be in the jail. I could be in the jail where I'm controlling my jail. You feel me? If I'm the head honcho of my jail, you feel me? And you got somebody that's, whether he's blood, whether he's Latin King, a fucking faggot, or somebody's that's not gang banging, wanna use the phone, you're highly welcome to use the phone. But just know that's a Trinitario phone.
Gotcha.
You feel me? Let's just have that understanding, that respect. You feel me? As long as we have that understanding, that respect, we good. You feel me? But that's what we do. We help. You feel me? We help one another. You feel me? You don't have to be Trinitario to, because we've been there. We've been there. That shit started in there. That shit started in jail.
Right.
So we know how it is to come in there your first time and not have no family support or nobody to run to.
Yeah.
Before Trinitario, before eat together, you feel me? Things was more united. You feel me? It's not like that no more. It's not like that no more. And that's what all organizations, I'm speaking on all organizations. You feel me? And that's why this shit is crazy. You feel me? And like I told you, in certain spots, yeah, it's lit. It's lit. Behind the wall right now, certain spots is lit. You feel me? In certain mediums is lit. Certain mediums is cool. Because you have to understand, a lot of the outside world have to understand that a lot of dudes in the medium really want to go home. It's not like a maximum penitentiary, like the people that's doing life for 25 years, 18 years, 15 years. Those guys have to be around dudes that's doing life. You feel me? So being in the medium, yeah, it gets lit because shots get called from certain individuals, and it just has to happen. So
Gotcha.
it's basically protocol. You feel me? So a lot of mediums, like I told you, a lot of mediums don't, a lot of people don't really want problems. A lot of people, their goal is to go home. You feel me? Which I respect to the fullest. That is the goal. Our goal is not to self-destruct in this motherfucker, because that's what it's made to do. And that's what people fail to realize. You feel me?
Yeah.
They like that.
Hey, listen, that's part one We're gonna come with y'all part 2. We're gonna speak more about Rikers in upstate. And the same thing for part 2. I'm gonna let my dog just take it and ride out. I'm just gonna sit here and listen, man. This easy win. Florida Prison Talk. Got my boy Chulo. Good. You got any shout outs you want to give, man?
Yo, you already know. You already know, man. Chulo. You know, y'all could follow my music page on IG at Avio. You know, and shout out to all my real rights, all my 157s, all my, you know, blood niggas, all my Crip niggas, Latin King niggas. You feel me? That's just how it is on this side.
That's what's up. We out of here.